What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Happy Thursday. One more day before our weekend finally arrives. I was a little bit late because I was chatting with my good friend who actually gave me all the insight because he had a liver transplant. So he was breaking down some more stuff for me. He actually had two. So he was the one that was walking me through all the steps and preparing me for mine. And wow, today is December 18th. December 21st is when I had it. So maybe I'll do like a celebratory 3 years since a successful transplant. But yeah, so it was good catching up. Apologies for being a little bit late, but that was why I had a legit reason this time. So before I get rolling with everything else, let me make sure to send a special shout out to all the Lyles Figure Files VIP members. Jamelin Parks, Blake Tarpley, Lefty Two Lions, BK, James Green, David Thanos, Lawson Wallace, Henry G, Ryan Daly, Jay Woods, Tom Finn 2018, MOC Turtle, Robert Hayes. Those are those VIP members who've been rocking with the channel, supporting it for over a year. Special shout out to you all. And as well as Doom Customs, bro, Nathan William, DJ No Good, Pixelated Poses, Graham Tuttle, Vince, John Morrissey, Retro Robo, Alan, and Vintage Bob. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Definitely appreciate it. And also, let's send a special shout out to the Lyles Figure Files super supporters: David Thanos, Ramlo Shan, Blake Tarpley, Henry G, Lawson Wallace, MOC Turtle, Retro Robo Toys, and Nathan William. I appreciate you all as well. Seems like the chat is starting to get growing here and jumping. It's the holiday season. Christmas is almost here. Lots of cool figure reveals, and nobody cares about our wallets. I just got my email, let's say about an hour ago, from Hasbro Pulse telling me that my Hasbro Sentinels, my X-Men 97 Sentinels, are finally en route. So I'm hoping I will see them before the end of next week. That would be great. Also, right now, for those of you who missed out, you can get them right now because they are available for a limited time only on Hasbro Pulse. So you can get them. You're just going to pay a little bit more. This whole row of X-Men 97, shout out to the Hasbro website crew for actually arranging these things properly. X-Men 97 all throughout this row. These were 175 before, now they're 219. So it's a bit of a bit. It is a sizable increase. So this is one of those snooze you lose things. So hopefully, if you wanted, you got that Mephisto before the inevitable price hike. Ditto for the Cobra Arctic Hiss. That's going to be up higher than that original price that you can still get it for, because this is a pretty significant one. And then let me just do a quick roll through for the rest. This is the X-Men 97 page. Now, this is the price of Gambit and Rogue. They're in stock and they're also available at some other places, but you can see they jacked up the prices for Cyclops and Jean Grey and Wolverine and Storm, even though they came out like a month later. So looks like everything is back in stock except for Emma Frost, but I've seen her in stores a bunch. I'm glad to see they have some stuff for the regular price, but if you missed out on Jubilee, oh, and there she goes. Looks like just about everything from X-Men 97 is there, but there you go. All right, back to hanging out on chat. What's up, Snake Eyes? Howdy, partner. Lost in Wallace. What's up, Jeff and the Figure File crew? What's up, man? How are you? Jim Ruby, I am starring your comment so I can address it later. But hey, how are you? Easy Reader, what's up? How are you tonight? And Blake Tarpley, what's up? I'm saving yours for later too. Rice said, what's up, Figure File crew? Is that Colonel Sharp in the thumbnail? Absolutely. I would count that as one for this one. And Lawson, I'm saving yours too, or starring it. Blake Tarpley says, what's up, Figure Filers? And of course, Jeff, bring this all to us. Thank you, Blake. How are you? King Collector, the king, is in the building. What's up, y'all? Royalty, how are you tonight? Lefty, squad up. What's up, Retro Robo? There we go. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. What's up, Jeff and the Figure Files crew? What's up, man? So let's do the thing here. now that retro is here, uh, I always mention this about our proud sponsor, Retro Robo Toys, but bunch of stuff, and there was a bunch of stuff that went up for pre-order this past few days, including DC Multiverse, Marvel Legends. There's a whole bunch, and then there's some new arrivals, so you can get all this stuff the same price as you would everywhere else. Don't forget the Retro Robo Cargo. Although you might want to get the stuff released now, so you can still get it in time for Christmas. $10 flat rate shipping, then $5 flat rate shipping for anything, and 75 and up free shipping. So basically, you buy 3 Marvel Legends, you got free shipping. So let's see, everything, just about everything's here except for Rachel. She sold out, but and Dark Avenger Spider-Man, but all most of the stuff is still here. So let's take a look at the pre-orders. Mezco 112 Collective Shredder, newly dropped. He's available. The Rocket Red Brigade, Ice, Flash, Wally West, and Superman for Superman and Authority are all up here. Now you note Rocket Red and Ice have sold out, but Retro Robo is pretty solid. You ask him, hey, gonna get any more in stock? He might try to accommodate you. And he's done that several times for a bunch of people here. The Marvel Legends, Deadpool and Wolverine Wave, X-23, Wolverine, sleeveless, battle damage, Blade, there's only one, Brown Suit Wolverine, Cowboy Pool, Cassandra Nova, don't forget Spider-Man 77 still here, Batgirl, Multiverse, and Blackfire. So I'll have to ask Retro Robo about the new McFarlane reveals because there were some exciting ones in their stream earlier today. So hopefully we'll get some good news on that front from him. Easy Reader. Hey man, how are you? Blades Arbley. Congrats and happy life day, Jeff, as Chewbacca family would say. I appreciate it, Blake. To many more healthy years. Thank you, Retro Robo. Vin Doom. Even Figure Files crew. My main man, 100 grand Jeff. What it is. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing good, man. How are you tonight? Lawson. Here. To Jeff's good health. To many more years. Thank you, Lawson. What's up, Vin Doom? Hustle SM. What's up, chat? How are you? How are you tonight? Vin Doom says, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Now, my numbers may be slightly off, but it looks like we have 1,000,002 people watching right now. But if those of you watching could do me a favor and hit that like button, share, and subscribe, that would be super awesome. Chamberlain Parks. Oh, I almost forgot to say hi. Hey, I'm over here cooking dinner. What's up, y'all? What's for dinner? Omega 579. Hey. What's happening? What's up with you? Exactly. We all want to know what's on the menu. David Thanos. Yo. Yeah, I know. It's like, look at Retro Robo putting up a little cool Christmas logo. The website is looking. The mouse is just not cooperating with the chat button for some reason. The website looking super, not super. I must be hungry. Super festive. Blake Tarplin wants to know, Retro Robo. Oh, sir, might you get any more Bazooka Zap figures? I know he did sell out on your site. Wings, string beans, and mashed potatoes. Nice. What kind of wings? That Wally West Flash is sold out on my McFarlane site, but Alex has it still at Retro Robo. Yeah, man, that's a big one. Same. I didn't have anything. I think I still have like a bag of a few pretzels up here, but I might have to sneak away and get a couple bites in while y'all aren't looking. String beans, little garlic, little butter. Nice. Like that recipe. Brian P. Better late than never, I guess. What's late? I mean, you're here. That's the important thing. Oops. How's Chief doing? He's good. Thank you for asking. He's he said he got checked out. They didn't need to do anything. Gave him a couple painkillers, like basic over-the-counter stuff. But he's all good. So he's resting and chilling. Hopefully we'll see him next week, which I'm not sure how we're gonna set up because Jason's gonna be on the road. I don't know when he's leaving, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do another Christmas movie watch along. Chicken wings. There's so many ways to do chicken wings. You throw a little barbecue sauce on them, a little mushroom, a little garlic. You can fry them up. You can grill them. We're all curious, and now we're like What's Jamelin cooking? And yes, garlic and butter on the beans. Very good. Yes, I'm going to move on because I'm hungry. All right, let's see here. So there was a bunch of stuff, like I mentioned, that was dropped. And let's see here. Where do I want to start off on that front? Should we discuss the Iron Man from the Marvel Legends stream, which is so wild? $35 for what inevitably must absolutely will show up at Ross this time next year. I mean, this is April 2026, which is bad because I mean it's hard. It's Care Bear Iron Man. So, and it's Tender Heart variant. And really, if you can't get this out by February, what is the point? So I've got to assume this April is just we're just throwing it out there, hoping for the best. We're really gonna get this to you sooner. Don't worry. Oh, I was like looking around and figure out. Anyway, so there's that. And that one surprisingly not sold out. What did sell out though was this Spawn Image Comics Founder Series McFarlane Elite and $60. And I know some people were like, oh, man, this figure better not be $60. Apparently, no one cared. They got it right away. And this looks really cool. Wired cape. And it's interesting because I don't feel like we've seen a lot of the stitching on the capes from McFarlane. That's an interesting look there. Beside the stitching, and hopefully they can fix that. Because I'm just thinking, that's a different thing for me with McFarlane capes. They've done a great job. Maybe this is to maintain the shape and form of his cape. There are some others like Obsidian, like Mr. Bones, who kind of have this flared cape deal. His is gone. So maybe that's why they have to do that, because the others don't have this big flare collar. So I guess that could do it. And it comes with a decent amount of accessories. I don't want to go like, oh, this is amazing. It's two chains. Then we've got a board with a I don't know, a blade through it. The hamburger head stitched up, much like the cape. Then we got the green ectoplasm, and then just two other hand sculpts, and then platforms. I'm curious. During the live stream today, they were like, it's got all the articulation you've come to expect from a Spawn figure. And I'm like, well, is that just simply what we normally get or no? And this is a cool figure. I kind of feel like, yeah, this is going to be a purchase. $60 does feel like a lot, but I've not bought Spawn figure one, so I won't feel so bad getting this one. I am very curious and looking forward to seeing the other Image Comics founders figures. That was another tongue twister. But it's a good figure, and I do think there's a move to make. And I know a lot of places have sold out already, so my hesitation might show up. They mentioned these elite points. They're basically like flag points. Note the big box. And they're gonna have a little bit of a redeeming deal for them, or redemption for a Spawn elite figure. Where you can cash it in after you collect enough and maybe use it for some discounts and some other things, which is cool. I want to see more of that from different companies because I feel like that is a cool thing to do. So let's see here. Now I've gotten too far away from the chat. What's up, Henry G? What's up, Jeff? What's up, man? My Figure Files crew. Hope you're all are having a supreme week. Speaking of supreme, we showed up in Young Blood 2 this week as well. Go-to sauce for wings, right? We need to know that, David Thanos. I mean, it was funny. I was listening to 95.7 the game. My guy Dan Dibley was talking about putting ranch. And I kind of feel like if you're gonna have like a basic one, ranch is a solid way to go. I like to have just a little bit of barbecue sauce. I don't need it dripping, but yeah, little ranch is good. Brian P. Frills, boo to that Iron Man. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those deals where it's very clearly a gimmick and it doesn't affect me because it's not like, oh man, I was really hoping to see a Valentine's Day Iron Man and it's $35. It's whatever. Much like the Star Wars, Halloween, Valentine's, Christmas stuff. It's like, cool. I know some people that actually absolutely love it. One of my buddies saw that Iron Man, was so excited, and I was like, yeah, I thought my friend there would dig this Iron Man, and he did. So, yeah, we'll see. Blake, that Iron Man will pair perfectly with that pink Ewok. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. There you go. We can have them hanging out and chilling in indoor, provided Doctor Strange can open it up. And boy, still available just in case you all were curious. I'm like, hey, can we get it? So the pink Ewok Valentine's Day edition, which is set for January. I guess that actually is going to make it there, and it's got a little droid there as well. I like the wings though. I mean, this is like a goofy gimmick thing. This is for your friend or your collector who does not take their collection very seriously. And I mean, if I could recall even remotely a pink Ewok running around, this might not be a bad one to add to my grand Ewok army of two. And I still might need to because it's like there's no one else there. You got a little arrow in the wings. I mean, the wings kind of do set it off ridiculously. I do feel like this price point though, I might have convinced myself to get this, but boy, that price point is bad. So I'll have to wait for Ross to see if they come through. Speaking of Ross, I haven't found a lot lately. It's been the same old stuff. I have seen those Game Dimensions Tekken figures. There was no line at Ross, and I was like, they're $15, which there's something about my sensibilities for Ross. I'm like, oh no, I can't buy something for over $12. That's ridiculous. I'm looking for 12 and under for Ross for the figures. That phrasing sounded bad. So yeah, I've been around to a few this week, and really not much of anything, but there was one thing that I was just like, there's no way to predict that this figure was actually going to be at Ross for this insane price point. Let me see if I can find it. Of course not, because why? Why? Like every other time when I'm trying to go, I'll send a picture to everybody. I'll show you all what this was. Let's see if I can find it. As I scroll through my pictures, no, God, doggone it. There was I can't believe I forgot to do this anyway. Or maybe this was just earlier than I thought. Nope. So at Ross, they have the Darth Maul for $7.99. Crazy. That new solo card version that was in the 3-pack with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn. Really great figure. $7.99 at Ross. Crazy. But I haven't seen anything that I haven't already gotten for that cheaper price. It's like, oh, that's great. But maybe y'all have found better luck at your local Rosses. Lawson, I just calmed down over that Zatanna Detective Chimp. Jeff, don't get me rubbed up again. I'm about to do it, Lawson. Start me up. Let's do it. Let's take a look at Zatanna. Because wow. Great job on this figure, Ty and McFarlane crew. Let's do that. Bam. She looks really good. And it's like, no notes. Good job. Great work. It'd be great for Detective Chimp to have articulation. But he doesn't, much like every other animal sidekick. I just wish he didn't have that thought, like, no, it's just an animal sidekick. Doesn't need articulation. Detective Chimp would have been cool to have it. And it makes sense. Now there's a reason to get, what was that guy's name? The Knight, and of course the Shadow Pack member. And I've totally blanked on his name now, but they have a reason to get him. And so we've got 3 members. We don't really have anybody else from that squad yet. Is Constantine part of that team? Shadow Pack? I don't remember. But Zatanna looks really good. And the pre-orders for them are January 7th. And I am pretty sure on those that Retro Robo will have them in stock or up for pre-order. So make that your first choice so you're not going, I can't believe they sold out in 30 seconds on Amazon. You ready? What's going on? I'm saving yours. Prime P for reals. That new Abomination figure is an abomination. Once again, Toy Biz and Marvel Selects win. That one I find very weird because it's like, why? Why do I still have that Toy Biz version as, yep, so far the winner and still champion? And I'm like, gosh, that figure should have been beaten. Like, come on, what are we doing? Like, that figure with the ball jointed hips should long since be out of the running for the win as the best Abomination, at least in terms of a classic comic book look. So we've got this version, and I'm just, I think it's just the jeans. It's like, I mean, they did so much sculpting on it. They may as well have just sculpted the rest of his, his upper his hips and do that whole deal, but it's just like disappointment once again. Mm. Hustle SM. Dry rubs are so slept on when it comes to wings. Lemon pepper reigns supreme. That sounds good too. Blake, yeah, they should have saved that weird exploding head and added fists. So apparently it's from Immortal Hulk, which I'm not reading, but Philip Kennedy Johnson's apparently writing it. So I might need to check it out because I really like his work. But yeah, it's one of those deals where it's like, okay, cool. But I mean, I feel like we haven't gotten a classic Abomination, and we keep getting modern. Oh, now there's a new change to the modern. It's always been my thing when they try to do that. Here's the latest update on the figure, because every time a new creative team comes onto a book now, it's like, let's change everything up from the look before. And so when you're trying to catch a popular run or the current look, by the time the figure comes out, it's gonna be so outdated. And it's just, they're never gonna win. Do the classic one first, the one that was in 50 issues. Then you can go for the look that was in 5. It just seems like it makes sense to me. What do y'all think? Yeah, he's got a board with a nail in it. The Treehouse of Horror was so good. I have that playset with Xena. Those were really fun. David Thanos loving the Simmons, not Simpsons. Al Simmons burnt head. It's better than the Al Bundy head. What's up, Maurice? How are you tonight, my friend? Good time zone to you as well. Oh, about villain. Yo, $35 for Love Iron Man. Nah. Yeah, I mean that absolutely is going to be on sale, and it's just like, yeah, we'll wait y'all out, fellas. Lawson, I love that pink Iron Man. It had another break for my wallet, so I don't mind it one bit. It needed all the breaks it can get lately. Same. Then Doom. Maybe they should have paired up with a charity like Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I feel like Iron Man might not have been the best choice then. But I guess for, Marvel Legend collectors, what do we assume? Like 90% of this are dudes. Um, I wonder, was maybe you do like a Rogue or Storm or Mary Jane Watson with a, cancer sucks t-shirt. Mary Jane might have been easier for that. Anyway, David Thanos, it's a great Thursday. Figure Files, great Thursday night football game. I hope they both lose and the NBA schedule is back in full effect. Rex in effect. Thank God this silly NBA Cup thing is over. Even though Chiefs, Knicks, yeah, yeah. Whew, that was a very interesting thing. It's like, what's going on? See you later. $12 and under, great rule for Ross. Yeah, man. It's like, I don't know why, but it's like, if it's $15, I'm like, yeah, I can get that on sale. Insert retailer choice. Like if you get a lucky break on Amazon, maybe Entertainment Earth, maybe Big Bad Toy Store has it for a comparable price point. For Ross, I'm looking, you got me at $10. But if it's a little more than that, I'm like, do I really want it? And apparently $15 is not the sweet spot there. Blake, in my Ross recently I saw Prince Zizor. Gosh, that's insane. NECA, Back to the Future, Doc Brown, the Ultimate one, The Boys, Black Noir, and Black Series Moff Gideon. Which one? The regular standard one or the Mandalorian armor one? Got them moves like Jagger. David Thanos. I was done with Star Wars, but $8 for Darth Maul, it's a must. Yeah, I mean, but that Darth Maul is a really, really good figure. It is like when I got that 3-pack, I was like, all right, cool. I got Qui-Gon in. He's an improvement over the other ones that they've done, so I was happy with him. But I definitely felt like, his articulation really could be updated. Obi-Wan, a little bit better. Articulation, still not quite what I want, but Darth Maul is like, oh wow, this guy can do it all. And it's a really great figure too. Free Chimp in Zatanna, or Fire Chimp in Zatanna. Yeah. Use those Fortnite figures for Chimp body. I wonder which ones would make sense. Now I'm curious. Oh man, of course. If I type in Knight for McFarlane, that would. I don't think it was Shining Knight, Jamelin. Boy, and of course it is going to. Maybe if I put in Shadow Pack, even though I feel like that's going to make it go. What are you talking about? Actually, Nightmaster. That's his name. And we have Ragman, so I guess they have done more than one of those guys. Lawson, that Zatanna looks like the best McFarlane female figure ever. Wait till you find out she's 10 feet tall. You will see. I hope so. Her head sculpt looks amazing. All about the villains. Zatanna. I can't even figure out the way to say that backwards to make that really work. I thought about doing that for the thumbnail, but it was like, everyone is going to go, what is wrong with you? Don't even get it. Yep. Maurice, I didn't even need to go through all that internet sleuthing. You had it. You had me covered. Thank you. No, Retro won't have Zatanna. She's an exclusive. I really got to just have that GIF set up on random. I mean, I should put that as one of my images every week. Boo. Cypher the Great. What's up? Finally made it back for another one. And another one. Receive Wonder Woman. My daughter loves it. Thanks, Jeff and Lawson. Much appreciated. Awesome. Just a reminder. If you've not sent a photo of your big receiving your gifts from the files giving, take a picture, send it to me so I can pass it along to Lawson and everybody else who sent those items in. I think most of the stuff has gone out or is about to go out. So if you won something and you haven't gotten it, let me know and I will check in. So thanks. Wah, wah, wah. All right. Well, we're gonna have to go to war, but thank you for the warning. That way I'm not like, where is it? Why didn't Retro Robo upload it yet? Thank you. Ski Raider, Zatanna on Gods Among Us, anyone? Hottie alert. I don't remember. Man, it's been a minute since I played that game. Vin Doom. My wife just yesterday picked up Frankenstein and Wolfman for $12 that I've been playing long game on. Some of them you just need to, right? Also, a new Demona to replace my broke foot one for $10. $10? Oh man. Wow. I didn't so you got that at Ross too? Because I feel like I've seen them just as low as 14. And I got them for Jace because he wants them. And I think Big Bad Toy Store had a sale, and I think they may have been $19.99. But I was like, hey, you want it for Ross price? And no shipping needed. And he was like, cool. So I got them for him. All from Ross. That's crazy. Rick Cage! Lantern in the sector. Season's greetings, all. I hope you have hope and no fear, my friend. Classic looks first. Facts, Jeffrey. Thanks, Ski Raider. I mean, it's just, I feel like we are fully in the adults run collecting phase of action figures, and most collectors are older than 30. And I think, that does get you to the 90s looks. But I think if you can just go, okay, let's start. I mean, just have a little spreadsheet. This is easy. And how many looks was this costume in? How many issues? How many, if you need to do a deep dive, like you got like Iron Man. All right. How many issues was this armor in? And what about this one? And now Iron Man's a pretty decent example because they've done a lot of his classic looks. Then you can go nuts, do all the modern ones all the modern ones that you want to do. That's fine. But when you get a character like Yellow Jacket, let's not go with a random Yellow Jacket outfit that he had on for 2 issues. Let's go with a classic look, please. Michael Solis, check the watch. It is indeed Figure Files time. I have the Ultimate Edition Tiffany Stratton figure, and she's on the Cuter review. Really, I mean, they killed that figure. The detail is incredible. She's gonna be in my top 5 of the WWE figures. Hopefully, I'll have that posted soon so I can check it out. Al Ewing. Thank you, Jamelin. The original Immortal Hulk series written by Al Ewing was excellent. I didn't keep up after the restart of the new creative team. So thank you for that. I'm finding it frustrating. I don't know about y'all who also read comic books, but just when a book is good, there's a new creative team. I was really annoyed when DC canceled this latest run of Green Arrow. It was excellent. Now Green Arrow's gonna be showing up. He's moving to Gotham, and it's like, dude, he can't shake the rap of being a knockoff Batman, and you move him to Gotham. Frustration. Anyway, so DC's got a whole bunch of new stuff coming out as part of All In 2, and it's just making me remember why I can't get invested in DC and Marvel stuff, because everything's changing all over again. Happens way too often. That's why I'm comfortable reading Dark Horse, primarily the Miller verse books, IDW with the Turtles, and a whole slew of Image comics, because they're not changing things just because this month it's like, hey, let's do something different and wacky that no one understands and expects. So, yeah, but and I miss the days when a creative team would stay on a book for like 5 years and they'd have to go kicking and screaming. Now it's like, oh well, I guess my 7 issues are done. All right, putting soapbox down. Back to the chat. Lawson, nice. I got Jack, Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, Mummy, Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Metaluna Mutant, and Nosferatu so far. Might be forgetting one or two. Love Universal Monsters. Nice. Austin Crafted. What's going on, Austin? Question. Jeffrey, have you seen that new 112 in our Batman Arkham figure? Wow, I'm definitely getting that figure. Let me see if I can find it really fast. You said Arkham Batman? There we go. Oh man, was it really that easy to find? It's like, oh, wait a second. Maybe I was incorrect. I thought I knew what you were saying. Is it this one? This sold out? This one? Hopefully it's not this one, because everything is like literally just scratched out. Like, nope, you have no chance to get this figure. Looks really good. How much was this? So $72. That's not bad at all. It's a really nice looking figure. How many people have in-art figures at this point? And what are you thinking? Are you loving them? Because they look really well done. High quality. I just haven't gotten it yet. Any of them yet. Henry G. The Marvel team has been putting out so much good stuff, and I want all of it. I have absolutely no problem with them dropping stuff I can easily pass on. Same. But I wonder what our outlook is when we go fast forward to my crystal ball for December 2026 and see if we'll still have all that goodwill for Hasbro and the Marvel Legends team after we get the Avengers Doomsday waves, the Spider-Man Brand New Day, Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Wonder Man wave. Like, there's a lot more possibilities for MCU stuff next year. Like, I feel like we were still in our cool, like, all right, cool. Just a Fantastic Four wave. We can deal with that. That's cool. But there, I mean, I really think next year we're going to see us a whole ton of Avengers Doomsday stuff. And then, of course, it's going to matter. It's going to depend on how good the movie is. Because if it's not good and people are upset and all that good stuff, you know, most fans of Marvel Cinematic Universe are very well, you know, they think everything out. They're not going and acting really crazy. They have really well thought out takes. So we'll see. I'm hoping that works out fine, but we'll see. Because I've enjoyed the era of the classic comic book figures, and that's been great. And hopefully they'll manage to navigate that balance really well, continue to complete teams, work in some MCU products as they need to, but you know, do what they did this year. I mean, let's do a real quick recap. Got the Inhumans, the main family, not Maximus the Mad, done. X-Force, done. Excalibur, done. They are basically 2 more figures away from getting X Factor, and I'm still not giving them a break for that. So let's get X Factor done. They've done a lot, and they've shown that they're going to get the astonishing X-Men team completed. So good stuff. Now it's time to not forget about Alpha Flight, Thunderbolts, New Warriors, Serpent. Try saying that again. Serpent Society. What else? Gosh, there's like 4 more teams that came right to my mind. Marauders. Let's not forget them, please. I mean, there's so much more. And a lot of these cases, just a few more characters needed. So let's see. Oh wow. Man, see, I probably would have bought it for a Ross price, Blake. That's a good deal. I didn't realize that wave was already starting to show up at Ross. That's crazy. And as they raise the prices to $27.99. Henry G. McFarlane continues to impress. I was kind of excited when the news about Mattel first dropped. But this McFarlane line is going to be the definitive DC action figure line. I have no doubt about it. Wish McFarlane could keep it going. And it's funny because I'm like, thinking about my Mattel Classics figures. There's still a ton that McFarlane hasn't gotten done. They haven't gotten to No Metal Men, Doom Patrol, sorely lacking, no Big Barda yet. But I think what they've done has been pretty cool is they've gotten figures that, whether DC Mattel's DC Classics line just didn't have access to. Most of the new 52, the DC Rebirth characters, they've gone and added a bunch of those characters like Nightmaster, Ragman, like, excuse me, how would we have expected to get that? Shiny Knight. So they've done some really unexpected characters that have helped to flesh out the roster. I mean, let's look back here and see if there's any other ones that come to mind immediately. Let's see here. Christopher Reeve Superman for sure. We didn't get classic Nightwing from them, did we? Or classic Batgirl. Then Obsidian, we did not. No, we did get Obsidian, but did we get Jade? Don't walk away. I don't think we got her. Yeah, I mean there's a bunch of stuff. JSA, JLA, Hawk Girl, who they could have and should have gotten to. And I'm sure there's more. I need to put a little flow chart together and see what common characters, which ones McFarlane did that DC Classics didn't get to, and how many more McFarlane could get before it's done. So it's this interesting thing. And I'm also kind of like, how expensive are the Mattel figures going to be when they get out there to us? All about the villains. Zatanna must get more than one for the character, and at least one more just to have a magician's assistant. There you go. That makes sense. I'm really curious to see how this is going to work out and how hard she's going to be to get. Jalen. Oh, Shadow Pack. Another decent series that I completed. I was thinking 7 Soldiers of Victory. Yeah. I wouldn't mind them starting that either. Finish Bob. What's up? Hi, everyone. I'll be popping in and out tonight, working on some Christmas prepping. Hope everyone's doing well. What kind of preparations are you doing? Set up more decorations? I was decorating tree number 2. My parents gave me, they're in that let's declutter phase. So they're getting rid of a bunch of stuff. And they gave me the fake tree that was in the basement that no one goes down to anymore and sees. So they were like, here, would you like it? So, of course, I put it down in my basement, but which I still use quite often, basically every day, because that's where the wrestling rings are. That's where I shoot my wrestling figures. So, yeah, let me know what you're doing because I'm very, very nosy and very curious. Jalen, those waiting for files given packages for me, they have all gone out and y'all should have them by Christmas. Nice. However, I still haven't heard from Legacy Lions. Lefty, if you're here, hit me up. We'll try to remember to send that to you by the end of the show. Awesome. Jeffrey has been pointing out to me that the Eagle Falcon that was seized by a Legends team is actually gray looking and not red or brown like Red Wing. Who in Marvel has a gray raptor bird? I wouldn't trust that. Because one Falcon was on those rumored leak lists that displaying model behavior and a couple other guys posted, and they get colors wrong on things that they shouldn't get wrong too often to go, oh man, the bird's gray. Yeah, we'll see. But I'm still hoping it's Falcon. Rick Cage. When practical, obscure costumes ought to be variants, just as a general rule. I agree with you. I mean, and that allows them to really see how popular a modern costume is, because if it can't go and can't wait out the classic version of the character, another 2 or 3 years, then it wasn't going to be a popular enough look to warrant making a figure of anyway. Brad, what's up, Brad Decker? I'm with you on Marvel and DC Comics. I prefer Image, Dark Horse, or Independence. Yeah, it's and I think the real frustrating thing with me for both of them, they'll have these really good arcs, have these really good creative teams working on a title, and then it's just like whoop, they just take the rug out from under them and me as a reader. And then we've got an all new creative team. And I'm like, yeah, well, okay, I get sucked into this one, really enjoyed. And then we got a new creative team. So, for example, with Flash, Joshua Williamson, Carmine Di Domenico working on Flash. Great run, like absolutely spectacular. And they were on there. They were one of the last few books that started with the beginning of DC Rebirth. And I think by issue 50. So been on there for a second. Williamson went on to do some other stuff. He moved over to Superman. I was like, all right, he had a good run. But who's this Jeremy Adams guy taking his spot? And Jeremy Adams' run was awesome. It was spectacular. Equally as good as Williamson's run, maybe even a little bit better. There was just some fun stuff going on with it. And then I was like, all right, he's going to talk to Jeremy Adams. He didn't want to leave. And we're like, yeah, we're going to move you over to Green Lantern. Green Lantern's been great since he's been over there. Superior, who they made a new writer of Flash, and I tried, couldn't get into it. Now they've just sent out the new announcement of all these changes to the books, and Flash has a new creative team. It's like, yeah, this right here is why. I mean, G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, you know the writers, Larry Hama. He's been that way since day one at Marvel with G.I. Joe. So, you know, it's just whatever. And it didn't always work. I mean, because Transformers, we had Daniel Warren Johnson working on Transformers. Now Robert Kirkman's there. I kind of feel like he's going to be there for a long time. And Johnson did 2 years on Transformers. So it's whatever. Calm it on down. All right. Excuse me, Maurice. And our site is kind of a region lock, Jeffrey. They are licensed for direct sale in certain territories, including the U.S. Where would I look to find them then, Maurice? Wait, if it's not Falcon's Bird, it might be Craven's Dunya. Boy, can you imagine the outrage on that one? Woo! I hope it's a Falcon figure coming, though. Me too. Here you go. I have the NR Dark Knight Rises Batman, and it's possibly the best Nolan Batman that has been released. Nice. That's cool. How much was it? Like 75 or what? I have the NR Dark Knight. It's an amazing figure. The likeness is really like a mini Hot Toys, and the joints are very smooth. It's pretty flawless, in my opinion. Oh, okay, cool. So that's 2 back-to-back high praises for it. Let me see if Big Bad Toy Store has it. I'm pretty sure Entertainment Earth does not have them. Let's see. Oh, let's see here. Oh, okay. Nice. Would this be the one that y'all are referring to? This bad boy here? Or is this the Dark Knight Rises one? Dark Knight Trilogy. Wait, does this have a little bit of everything? I gotta check this out here. Which one are you? Dark Knight Rises. And this excludes the tariff surcharge. Gosh, that's not cheap, huh? Let's see. Anything else? It looks like maybe they're not too prevalent on Big Bad Toy Store site. Awesome. With a new question. How do you feel about soft goods 112 figures versus plastic figures like Marvel Legends and McFarlane? McFarlane is doing what I'd like to see from other companies. Incorporate soft goods when it makes sense. So the Gambit, because I took forever. The Age of Apocalypse one, his cape really should be soft goods because it doesn't really get in the way of anything. But the plastic one it's like an anchor on the figure. The Star Wars team does a really good job of incorporating soft good parts into their figures. Do I have any on the desk? Quick guess. How many figures do you think I have on the desk? I will tell you it is, including the one that's boxed up. I know the number. I'm just curious how many figures y'all think I have on there. Put it in the comments. But yeah, I think if they have like elements to their costume that would work better with soft goods, incorporate that. McFarlane made it look easy. And it was like, oh no, you can't mix soft goods and plastic. You can, and you can make it look good. Black Series, McFarlane figures show you can do that. Unless there is just something unavoidable, they gotta get the sculpt a certain way. I prefer soft goods because then it doesn't mess up their, the articulation and movement on these figures. How about you? Maurice, I'm waiting on a pre-order from Hobby Link for mine. Henry G. I waited too long to get in the first batch. Lawson, I hope it's Red Wing. One classic Falcon will finally show up in the line. Brian P. Reals. Speaking of that astonishing Colossus and Kitty, is that Kitty still too tall? Maybe it's me, but it kind of looks like they just repainted, retooled that old one. Man, I hope not, because y'all know that was a huge, major gripe of mine. It's like, she doesn't need to be remotely the same height. And I took a bunch of pictures and screenshots. I don't think this is a really good one, but I can't tell for sure. I want to say maybe one of my buddies did have a picture of it from someone who actually has the figure. Let me see here. No. Oh, wait. Oh, it is not just somebody. It's Dwight. So let me do this. Dwight, I think this is on Dwight's Instagram. This makes this whole thing easier. Oops. So Dwight posted a photo of the team, and I think we can see what her deal looks like. So hopefully I can do that without too much hassle, provided my Instagram will load up eventually, hopefully soon. But yeah, she needs to be shorter. Like that is boy. I'm wondering if it's like wrong. Oh man. All right. Well, since that won't work, this is from Dwight. Here's a picture I couldn't blow up any larger for you, but focus. So from this, she looks like she's shorter than Emma. And as long as she's shorter than Emma, that's the important thing. And I can't quite gauge the scale with Cyclops, but it looks like she's shorter, like she should. Let me see one more time if I can get this. No. Oh, okay. Great. Let me try. Let's see if he posted on Twitter as well. Because if so, then I can show you that one. Let's see. Okay. Oh, congratulations. It's my Twitter anniversary. Seattle's up. That's great. Good deal. Let's see. Dwight. Is Dwight on Twitter, by the way? There we go. Let's see. Turnia posted this up. Not yet. Looks like no. Okay, well, gave it a good shot. But that's the photo of them. So it looks like maybe she's the right height. Hopefully. All right. Jamelin says if anyone wants to purchase NR figures, I recommend sites like Boom Boosby, Toys Metaverse, God damn it, etc. Especially if you're in the US. Cool. Thank you. Have to check them out. Robert, Infinite Realms. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Robert? Been sitting here a few minutes and realized I hadn't said hello yet. Hello. Rick Cage. Somewhere along the way, I switch tracks to the imports and rarely pick up a domestic toy. Legends included. In art collectibles are works of art. It's like the Pym shrink the actor for your shelf. Boy, man. So that is just high praise all around. No one is like, these figures could be better. Oh man. Now, Rick Cage, you sent me photos from your pickups this week. And it looks like I forgot to actually download them. Now I think I've got it. There we go. All right, so let's see. Rick Cage did send along what he got. And all y'all can do the same thing, which I appreciate. So today's pickups from Rick Cage are the Bunny Girl, two Bunny Girls by Snail Shell, and the Bunny Girl weapons kit, along with Lady Barbarian Hildur. And is there anything else? And one Blue Ogre by Medi Toys. So cool. Thank you for sharing these. It's always fun. Which one is Hildur? I didn't realize she had such a tan. That's interesting. And there's the bunny girl with a gun. Not from McFarlane, clearly. The blue ogre looks really cool. How is that movement there with articulation? It's a nice looking figure. And thank you, as always, for sending these along. I love seeing what everybody got or gets. Then Doom. Has anyone played the new Marvel Cosmic Invasion game yet? I'm digging this old school beat 'em up. We're playing. So I looked on the PlayStation Store. I didn't see it. Maybe they don't have it for PlayStation 4. But I do want to play it because it looked really fun. All about the villains. The DC multiverse line really has been great, and I want more. Yeah, I think I need to do a newly redone, updated list of characters that I need because I feel like McFarlane has kind of been like, "Yeah, we'll get this one too. We'll get this one. Yeah, we'll get these too." So, I mean, who's left for the satellite era Justice League? I mean, outside of real Hawkman and Hawkgirl and classic Green Arrow, we got everybody, right? I mean, maybe Snapper Carr if you really wanted him, but yeah. Vintage Bob says, every time you say classic Falcon, it makes me think of Vintage Falcon in his green costume. And I wish that was who we were getting, but I do want classic Falcon. Hey, Vintage Bob, how long was Falcon in that green one? Because I know he was rocking that green look for a second, but I can't remember reading many issues with Falcon in the green look. You've seen the Anne Hathaway Catwoman too, right? Let me go back up. Let's see here. Toys Metaverse. Let's go to them. Oh, maybe I was spelling it wrong. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's see. Oh, that was easy. They're right here. So let's do this. And maybe pull this down. There we go. So we can all see this Catwoman. There we go. $75. I didn't feel like it's bad. This Catwoman looks really good, and that head sculpt really does do a great job of capturing. Wow, that's great, man. Great job on that. Yeesh. Huh. Wow, that pose looks really good. So does this one. Man, pretty dynamic. So, have y'all had any issues with posing these figures? Boy, that was good. Go back home. Take me home. I don't remember. All right, let's see. Let's take another look at this Batman from Arkham. Sold out. Well, there you go. Wow. And how much was he here? 93. Standard shipping, $10 to $30. Wow. Okay. But that's another nice looking figure. Janwin, you're not going to get me into another line, but you are. Those look really cool. Austin. Yes, I've seen the NR Catwoman figure. Parks. She looks good. She really does. Finish Bob Jeffrey. I'm in the Chicago suburbs and I built the snowman with 8 inches of snow. We got on November 29th. We got some warmer weather. I'm keeping that snowman intact as long as possible. Hit the 3-week mark. Nice. Yeah, our snow is gone. It was here and it's just enough to cover my snowman up. I have a snowman as well. His was a little bit manufactured due to the snow. I'm trying to find all these pictures that I took. Oh, there you go. This is me. It's a couple days ago when we actually had some snow. And that's my Christmas decoration snowman, not one I just carefully constructed because I'm so patient in my snowman building. Would you like to build a snowman? Awesome. The thing is, he didn't rock the green costume all that long, not nearly as long as the first Wing costume. So I think of them as the original costume, the classic costume. There you go. Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that green one in many issues. Was that one of those deals where this is the original look and then it gets home and this is my new cool look? Marvel Alliance is still my champ. Man, Rick Cage, it's been a minute. I need to play that because that was a really fun one to play. The whole Galactus thing. Good stuff. Oh, a year or so. And have a better chance of winning the lottery than getting a Green Falcon, but how I wish. What is appealing to you about the green suit? I mean, because he had it for so short a time. Lawson, when Marvel and DC decided that they didn't need to maintain continuity anymore, so they could continuously rebrand their characters over and over again, stopped enjoying modern comics. Everything retcon. Yeah, it's really annoying because it's like the internet makes things so much easier for people to catch up on stories and characters. But if you constantly redo it, it's like, why am I sticking around? What up, bro? Shot? How are you tonight? Even though I talked to you earlier today. That's right. I still need to send you the stuff of like what else you can get me. Henry G got one of my 97 Sentinels today. I still have one pre-order for the original price if anyone needs. So Henry G is letting y'all know one original Sentinel for was that 175, 178. If not, gonna let the pre-order cancel. Originally wanted 3, but 2 was enough. I thought 8 was enough. How's in space though with 2? Because I'm gonna have to deal with that problem. And it's funny how that stuff happens so fast. Last year, sure, no problem. I got plenty of space for him. I wasn't expecting the Game Reverse Juggernaut, and then just like more X-Men 97 stuff. And I was like, oh, and now it's almost time. Finish, Bob. That new Abomination is hideous. Overpriced and not all classic. Once again, Hasbro fails horribly. In fairness, they did not ever advertise this Abomination as classic Abomination. My issue with it is they've done Game Reverse Abomination, and we still don't have one like the Toy Biz one. And that figure needs a redo. They've done so many figures that Toy Biz had. There are a few stragglers, and Abomination is definitely still one of them. That was a good opportunity to get a classic version out there to us. Free cage. It's okay, Jeff. Life is change, as my stomach would attest. My buddies would quit when artists left, and I was more for story, even if I didn't like the art. Imagination is my superpower. Yeah, I mean, what did you do? Did you leave when a writer changed? Blake, then our Dark Knight Rises on Gundam site is $90. It's a pretty good deal then. More than 15. Hey G, I paid 84 for the in our Batman. That was including shipping. Not bad at all. Lawson, the toy lines that do reuse the best are Operation Monster Force and Mythic Legions. They're at least clever about it. Yeah. I wish McFarlane were clever about the reuse. It's like, no one's going to notice this stuff. I shouldn't say he, but they're like that. Classified does okay with reuse too. Legends, not so much. Which ones have you had an issue with lately? I have the strangest feeling that they've done pretty well with the reuse. Now, Gorgon is like, yo, bad reuse. But most of the time, I felt like they haven't. I mean, McFarlane's the worst. Like, they will put characters on bodies that make no sense, especially when they have a clean blank body, and they're just like, this will work. But I can't think of any Legends figures that I'm like, oh man, this reuse is terrible. Maurice, Astonishing Kitty looks a little shorter than Cyclops, which is basically all she needs. I mean, it's not like she's a teenager. She's a young woman at that point. So as long as she's shorter than Cyclops, I'm happy. Colossus absolutely needs to tower over them, just like he did in there. This is something I should be able to pull up quickly. And that was a fun read, even though Josh Whedon has managed to cancel himself so strongly. That was a really fun book. And I feel like he absolutely understood the characters, their dynamics. That was a really fun read. So let's see here. Let's check these heights according to John Cassidy. All right, so yeah. So she should be right around his traps. And Colossus is hunching over, so he's still even taller. Maybe he's about tall as here. And Emma and Kitty should have that much. Yeah, I feel like that Cyclops should be taller, and maybe he's a little bit of a problem. Maybe that was the problem. We'll see. I'm glad that we've got another team completed, and I wish there were a way to shrink figures down a little bit where it's like, all right, everything else is fine. I don't want to. I tried that with a few figures where I would just cut away into the leg and super glued it. Some work better than others, but yeah, I really wish they could just shrink them down appropriately. Oh, you've been getting yours from Boom Busby. How's their shipping? Any issues or any problems with them? You're gonna love it. What you know who's not gonna love it? Me, because getting stuck. See, this is the thing with Marvel. I'm fine with the Marvel stuff I get. It's like Marvel Legends. They've been, I mean, it's Toy Biz, Marvel Legends from Hasbro. And but DC, there's so many different options to get really good figures because there's no strong, unquestionable, definitive line that's providing these figures. And that's like, well, okay, I can check this one. I'll go with this one for these. And it's like, oh boy, but these NR figures look really good. Austin. Jeffrey, have you seen the new Gong Studios Hush Batman figure? It's not a bad figure. They made a Shazam and Superman figure based on Alex Ross art. Yes. Um, I do. I've seen it. I don't something off. There's something that's not quite grabbing me like some of the other ones. Like these in art figures, they look really good. And the Gong Studio one looks okay. Jamelin, we had peer pressured you. Nice. Okay, I was going to do plain wings, but I decided to do a lemon pepper rub on half of them. Now you got to let us know how it turned out. Lawson, that Kitty Pryde figure's legs are certainly thicker than the first version they did. So I can't see what I can see. All right, I'm gonna show you a little quick behind the scenes of the chaos. So this is in the photo booth right now because I'm unboxing and taking photos of Sunspot. And the way I have my display set up, I have the New Mutant Girls right on the side, and I was moving the Astonishing X-Men Kitty Pryde. I was like, oh, you're about to leave the collection. And I'm so excited because that figure was solid, even though I thought she was too tall when she first arrived. But, oh man, I cannot wait to replace that figure. I know sometimes we want new figures, but replacing a bad one sometimes is a little bit more satisfying. I cannot wait to do that. Snake Eyes. Jeff, did you see 3-0 Rockman and Cutman for Mega Man? Hey, listen, Mega Man, they're untouched. I'm rocking. I'm Team Jada for my Mega Man stuff. I refuse to go anywhere else. That's where I'm locked in. So yeah, I did not see them, but I'm really all on board with Jada. They are no rivals in my collection. They've got it. Cyber the Great. I might be alone in this, but I'd like to see a wave from Marvel Legends and McFarlane for Ultra Force and Wildcats. You're probably not alone. But I don't know if they would. I don't know if Hasbro would take the chance on Ultra Force. I would love to see McFarlane do Wildcats though. Hey G, yup, got that Anne Hathaway Catwoman on pre-order. Awesome. Honestly, NR is going to make all the 112 companies step their game up or get left behind, but overall the consumer wins. Yeah, I mean, well, the gap between a $20 figure and a $75 figure is getting slimmer all the time. And that's really the thing because it's like before you could go, well, I mean, this Marvel Legends figure isn't as great as this figure arts one, but it's cheap. And now it's like, not so much anymore. I guess I haven't played it. I like to play Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Same. Lawson. NR's extra cost looks to be, yeah, exactly. And I'm never going to complain about that. Where I can see where the money's going to. Retro Robo, wow, we're finally at 112 scale Hot Toys quality. Yeah, man, this look really good. Oh, 2 years on that look. Then he got his wingless red costume in 144. I realized, was he in every one of those issues? That's a long time to rock that. The LPZ Deathstroke is dropping also. Wow. Rick Hayes, Sir Jeff, Lawson, my dudes. The blue ogre is spry for his size, articulates exceptionally well. It's good to hear. Oh, this is okay. I guess LPZ, yeah, they rebranded. Seeing to complement each other in art for the aesthetic and LPZ for articulation. They each do well at the other areas, just not as well as the other company. Interesting. Man, which one should I experiment first, gang? Batman, Catwoman? Let me know. Hustle SM, NR versus LPZ, UPF is gearing up to be a win for us. I'm super excited to see what other IPs they'll create from besides DC. It's so funny that we're talking about characters we want to see from movies, and then we got these guys cranking out great figures. What's up, Maurice? Hello, sir. Great week. All Walmart stuff for action figures. Bring back Toys R Us. I went to a Walmart this week. Yes, I did. And this one is like the weakest one in my area, but they actually had stuff that I was like, oh, cool. Like they had Super Friends and Aquaman, Bizarro Batman, who cares? Lex Luthor and Sinestro. And I have Riddler and I have Lex Luthor. So those are two more that I can get. So I have to go back over there. And they had no G.I. Joes. Just not even a retro card figure. They had no Marvel. No, they did. They had a Feral for Marvel Legends. That's about it. So I want to go to the good Walmart maybe tomorrow early and see what they have because they might actually have some stuff. So we'll see. Vintage Bob. Jeffrey, I've always liked design and color the green costume. It's also one of my earliest comic memories. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, I got you. And that nostalgia hits hard, man. It's like, well, this is what I first saw this character in. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, those centers are bigger than I was expecting. Gonna be a struggle fitting in two. Not even gonna try and figure out three. Yeah. It's okay. It's not a problem. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Then 2 years after Falcon switched from his green costume to the wingless red, white ones, he added wings and cap 170. So 2 years green, 2 red, white wingless, then always classic winged. Yeah, which I'm curious. It seems like you've got this stuff at the ready. How long was he rocking the classic wing look? Lawson. Abomination. Abomination? You foes are cooler, says me. Says I. I mean, they're an easy box set. I wonder if the lack of any Hulk standalone property is preventing them from being made. Because I wonder if that would be a really tough sell for Amazon. Well, we've got these Hulk guys. I mean, see, I don't even wonder if 2-packs would work. For those of us deep in the Marvel lore, absolutely. UFOs are a no-brainer. But it's just, I wonder about that. Well, see, they've been able to get some villains out. I mean, they got Baron Zemo and they got Arnim Zola and a 2-pack that you can now find at Ross. Doctor Strange and Wong were in movies. They have other 2-packs that have shown up at Ross too. I don't know. I feel like those will work. Maybe it's 2-packs. Just they seem like a better way to go. I do miss the 5 and 4-packs we were getting from them though. Hope we'll see some more in 2026. I need to work on my list of stuff like that. The Watcher. What's going on, Watcher? We need I'm gonna save yours for when I get back to it. Retro Robo. Vintage Bob is almost like some of the first comics we got exposed to have an imprint on us. To this day, I love Ant-Man because Marvel Premiere 47 introducing Scott Lang was my first comic book. Wow, okay. Oops. So true. A lot of my favorite characters have a strong Natasha have a strong nostalgia to them. Maurice. The problem with that astonishing run is the heights were very inconsistent and very from scene to scene. Yes. But I feel like there's enough evidence of how tall these characters are that they should be able to use that. And no, where's my Marvel handbook book? It's right here, but it's gonna knock over a bunch of things. They have stuff, and I feel like if you're working for Marvel or working on a Marvel comics line, you get one of those, and they have the heights of these characters, and it wouldn't take that much to do. And that's where I'm always like, I feel like they should just create like a smaller scale so we can have the New Mutants with no problem. Let's see here, really fast. Let me do a quick Google search. Super so fast you didn't even hear me typing. Let's see. Kitty Pryde, 5'3". Wolverine, 5.5. All right, so let's see. Let's do this then. How tall is Emma Frost? She is 5'10". So this right here is where it gets a little bit annoying, where it takes no effort to do that. And it's like the boots for Marvel Girl. Every reference has her with yellow boots. How did that slip through anybody? And that was an easy one. Height of characters should be pretty solid. Like Colossus, Cyclops, Emma Frost, Beast. I don't know. I mean, it's always crunching over. So we'll give him a pass on that. Kitty, Wolverine. It's just like little scale. Just follow that. And whatever parts you need to make the characters fit in that scale, let's just do that. It's that simple. I know. It's why don't they just do that? It's easy. It was so easy they would do it, right? Maurice, I had several deliveries from Bumblebee Jeffrey. They're generally well packed and receive a little or no damage. That includes a few that were shipped by boat. All right, cool. I'm saying cool, but I'm going to be upset with y'all when I like check out all my InArt figures. All about the villains. That Gong Studio Batman just looks too top heavy. There's something wrong. I say wrong. There's something that's not really appealing to me with it, but yeah, maybe that's what it is. Retro Robo. It's true. Hasbro came up with the maximum concept without fleshing out what it actually meant. Then found themselves backtracking when some of the figures left us wanting more. Yeah, it was one of those deals where I think when you factor in the price point and it's like, look, they're more accessories. I'm like, great. But what we really want is the definitive take on these figures. But of course, if they make the definitive take on Spider-Man, Hulk, and Deadpool, why do we ever need to buy another one? Uh-huh. Boom Busky. Okay, thank you. Jalen, I got my second awesomely packed shipment from Retro Robo Toys this week. My Inhumans team is almost complete with these 2 packs. I'm debating on getting that Karnak. I would be seriously annoyed if I get him and they released a new one in the next year or so. Yeah. Because he's too tall. He's another one. It's like, what did y'all look at that makes you think he should be the same height as Black Bolt? And then there's the obvious third 2-pack, or fourth if you count Crystal and Lockjaw, of a properly scaled Karnak and Maximus the Mad. I feel like you might want to have him just to have him, and a figure with white body parts is probably one you can reuse for something else later. I don't know, but you probably wouldn't want to get him now and just hold off on him. Oops. Lawson. Honestly, the maximum figures didn't even seem as good as their deluxe stuff. I agree. In some of the cases, the 2-packs. Harry G. Hey, Jeff, Fall Season 2 just started. Did you see Season 1? You guys should talk about it on Movie Files. I've started Season 1 and then got really distracted by other stuff. I mean, what I did see was good, and I just need to get back to it. Hopefully, Amazon remembered where I left off with it. Game Quest! What's up? Eden all made it tonight. Nice. And just in time to see the Marvel Legends build a figure Warlock that Self doesn't have. He's one they should make into a new figure and update because the tubes don't connect properly at all. And it's just annoying because it's like, why did y'all not factor this in? Washer. Wildcats indeed would be great. And Gen 13. Yeah. Was there 5 of Gen 13? Man, it's one of those deals where it's like the teams are so small. There's only 5 members. Why do we not get these teams completed, people? If McFarlane did Wildcats, I'd buy them if they look nice. That's the caveat with everything in it. And a grifter came with pistols and not a sword. I mean, they started throwing more guns with figures. I mean, check out that Joker. That Joker. Already have Grifter. Might as well do the rest of the team. And we got Midnighter. What's he in the Authority? Michael Solis. Has anyone else picked up those Ross McFarlane Aviator figures? Why did I say Aviator? Avatar figures. They are great and cheap. I've not seen them. Cyber the Great. Jeez, Fat Fingers and Texan does not mix. Man, whew, I spend more time. No, not this. No, not this again. It's just a pain. I know what happens. Oh, I've not noticed that. I mean, a lot of stuff we get is from China, so it's what it is. Rick Cage, Wally World on my old side of town. Visit had no legends, Joe's, Transformers, and Star Wars. Yes, but not a Cap, Hulk, Spidey to be seen. Those are going to be the hardest nunchucks ever lost in. Henry G, these figure lines from NR, LBZ, and Gone Studios are super boutique. Probably pick up like 3-4 figures from them in a year, maybe 6. Are they just getting started, or do they have like enough to buy like 6 in a year? Oh, 20 plus years. So that's long enough to have it as a figure first finish, Bob. Lost in Jeffrey, they haven't even managed to Rifle 4. So I don't have much hope that the UFOs are coming anytime soon, unless content creators start asking for them. It worked for Robo and Razorback. Yeah. I mean, which figure should I harp for the most? I know, X Factor Beast. Well, I did get Banshee this year, so maybe that was mine. I feel like this is where a case where we had a Fantastic Four movie. We really should have gotten some more Fantastic Four villains. It's some of which were even referenced in, Hello Photo, little cartoon in the movie. And it's like, gosh, why did we not get those characters? Could have got we still could get a 2-pack of the Wizard and Trapster though. How tall is Jack of Hearts? Jack of Hearts is 5'11. Thank y'all. I'm saving that one, David Thanos. That's a good one. And then doing saving yours. Michael Solis. That's why I like the Fantasy 15 Spider-Man body. I feel like he's the right height for Spider-Man in anybody's collection. What did they use that mold for? I don't have that figure, so I'm not quite sure the scale of it. Austin. Retro Robo. Retro Robo has that figure. And it's pretty cool. Also, listen, Wolverine only follows Hugh Jackman scale, right? Thank you. Dude, I can't speak tonight. It's just I don't know what's going on. I know it's Thursday night. I'm ready for the weekend, and we'll see what happens. I think there's a video for complete. Yeah, I mean, like, how many should I do, right? I like a Wildcats voodoo that she do. It's pretty good. Austin, no media, y'all. Never enough hands. I like a lot. Well, let me see. I shouldn't say a lot of them, but that's I have lots of complaints. Shocker about some lines, but that's them not having enough hands. It's not one that I find is a complaint that I have a lot of the time with the figures. My bigger one is I wish they would have more. Find a ruler. So like, yeah, this is just a random one that I happen to pull up, but if he would pull up, there it goes. So like this Superman. Now this is just a random one, but I know he was one. I was like, this guy's got plenty of hands. Where are the other stuff? Like a smiling head sculpt, which we are getting, but this one, plenty of hands. And I feel like more characters have hand options. It's sometimes other things that seem like they're obvious inclusions that they don't pack in with the figures. Jalen, speaking of watching series on Movie Files, I really enjoy watching the discussions. Yeah, discussing shows like Ahsoka and Acolyte. Yes, even Acolyte with you guys. Maybe pick a new and older show and we can vote one to watch together. Yeah, I'm down for that because I need focus on TV shows. I'm kind of like, there's a bunch of stuff out there, but I'll do that next week and we can figure out which ones to do. And we can go 1 or 2 episodes a week, like a TV show book club. I think X Factor Beast or 70s, 80s Beast and Blue would be two things you could start asking for in your videos. We need them both. I feel like it would be harder to find the videos that I'm not mentioning them now. LPCZ has like 4 or 5 figures up for pre-order, but I'm only getting the Arkham Knight figure from them. I feel like that will pair well with the Arkham Origins Batman. I'm just saying, I personally probably will only pick up a few of them a year, obviously depending on who they drop. That's the plan anyway. Yeah, no, I was curious how many they've shown. Like if they've got like a probably not a Marvel Legends style rollout where 6, 5 months or whatever. But I'm just kind of curious how many figures you could get based on what they have available right now. Lefty, um, if you have Jamelin's info, he's looking for you. I feel a way about the McFarlane Elite spawn. I have the OG Kickstarter spawn, and it's beautiful, but not really a meaningful articulator. Yeah, that one, I just kind of feel like the articulation wasn't great. So, are you going to get the Elite one or no? Maurice, the thing with Spidey molds is that depending on which stage Spidey you're looking for, there's teenage Spidey, slim, skinny, but not the real Slim Shady. And then there's grown up Spidey, taller and more built. I wonder which one we would consider the Secret Wars era Spider Man because he's like in between. Ben Doom, that's a good one. I'm starring that one too. Cobra for life. McFarlane DC figures are too big to have battle scenes with my Marvel Legends. True. Vintage Bob Jeffrey, I just thought of an idea. Too late for this year, though. I thought it'd be cool to do a custom of an unreleased character to donate for a giveaway for Christmas. Maybe the wired haired Medusa. Wow, it's not 30 already. Um, I'll tell this to y'all now then. Next week, next Thursday is Christmas. No episode on Christmas. But I'm gonna do another special episode. Let's see, December 23rd, next Tuesday. I have another episode, and we're gonna have a big giveaway. So there's still time if you want to donate it. So that's why I was saying it like that. But what is the big giveaway? And can you possibly hype up something that says a big giveaway and not deliver on it? Yes, I can, but that's not going to be the case here. This one is a big one. It's so big, you might not even have space for it. Next Tuesday, December 23rd, this will not get you in time for Christmas, unless you live in the area. But you could win this from Lyles Figure Files. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, an X-Men 97 Sentinel, courtesy of our favorite sponsor. That will be up for giveaway next Tuesday. Make sure to stay tuned in for all the details. So let's see how you can win an X-Men 97 Sentinel. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, let's see here. So if you want to do that, Vintage Bob, there's a giveaway of at least one figure. Lost in. My gripes about McFarlane figures: 1, scale of characters. Number 1, absolutely. Number 2, choice of costumes and versions of characters. I feel like that one could work for every company. Number 3, half commitment to a costume. Like the Atom looks great, but doesn't have pointed boots. Yeah, I mean, isn't that the same as number 2? Like not getting it right or inaccuracies. Austin. For example, the McFarlane 89 Batman figure was a shame. That figure didn't have more variety of hands as well as the Batman Returns figure. It's shameful. I wish I had a bell and go, shame. Low down, dirty shame. I'm ready for McFarlane to lose the DC license. Stay tuned. It's coming up. Keeping up, and the streaming police is going to hit you with it. SUI, streaming under the influence. Is that a thing? Oh no. Henry G. I think the NR has 3 right now. Dark Knight Rises, Catwoman, the Batman that dropped already, and the Arkham Origins Batman. They do 1/6 as well. How expensive are those figures? Ordered the Elite Spawn, but I may cancel it. Purging all things mainline McFarlane with the exception of a limited few things. Lefty, which ones are you keeping? What? Yes. We're insane over here. Hustle SM. So big, it's bigger than big. It's the biggest. Absolutely. Blake. Wow. Amazing, Jeff. Won't miss it. Brian P. for reals. What? X-Men 97 Sentinel? Yes. Game Quest. Hope everyone that needed them caught that big bad toy store. It's a classified Steeler and Short Fuse 2-pack for pre-order. Amazing set. It is. I have that set. Is this a thing where people are not finding that set though? Because every time when I go to Target now, no problem finding those figures. It is like, yep, here you go. You want them? Here's several. And let me do this really fast here. And just see if the website still has them because they've had sales associated with this set too. Yeah. I mean, if you're just like super against Target, you could, but Target's had sales where you spend $50, you get $10 off, do whatever, get 100, you get 25. So I mean, they're right here on the site. So I this works out pretty well when the figures aren't actually available, but you can order this right here from the website and same price. So I was happy that more people get a chance, and I guess some people don't have the option to go to Target, but there you go, they're available. Hustle. 97 was a great year. Yes. The spinners. Rick Hayes, Cable, Rip Hunter, Doctor Who, Kang are all coming to investigate Lyles Figure Files for time bending. Wish I could time bend. That'd be fun. Cypher. The Elite Spawn will be my one and only spawn for the price I paid for 2. It's a wrap. Henry G. My main issue with McFarlane is availability. All this chase exclusive crap drives me nuts. Too over that crap. And their wonky scaling issues are insane. Sometimes lazy reuse, but I do love the line. Yeah, they're the scaling for sure. If there was one thing I could fix, it would be the scale. Because everything else is like, whatever. I mean, as a Marvel Legends collector, I'm used to some liberties taken. I'm like, why did you do this? But the scale, it's the one thing with collecting that just is really just bothers me. It's like, why can't you just look at this figure and say this is too tall? Wrist cuffs on classic Superman. I'm checking. I'm about to say no. The classic one didn't have the wrist cuffs anymore. David Thanos, I have a few of my targets where they're just sitting there. Yeah, they've been chilling there for a minute. And after the initial, oh my gosh, we're not going to be able to get them. They've been chilling. I have not gone to a Target. I've gone to the toy aisle and failed to see them on the stands. All about the villains. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on that soon. The week got away from me, but I am going to do that. And that's for their like basic line, not for their real one. Okay, it's 9:35. Let's talk about it. So yesterday, on Lyles Movie Files, Jason and I watched Batman Returns. Excuse me, water went the wrong way. And as we were watching it with the crew, shout out to everybody who was hanging out with us watching last night. I was like, man, there's still so many characters I would want figures from. I mean, the Red Triangle Clown Gang, they'd be great figures. And there's more characters from Batman that I absolutely want to see. And shout out to the McFarlane team for taking care of a major wish list item. And we got to see him today. Let me just pull this up properly. Since I've queued him up, let's show him. I mean, this is the one that was absolutely essential. We got him now. Our Jack Nicholson, don't call him Jack Nicholson Joker figure, but he's joining the line, which is great. We needed him. And there's so many other movie figures, and I'm like, yeah, I still need them in my collection. And normally I spoil all my picks for the thumbnail. I did not put in Superman 2 flavor, Zod, Ursa, and Nod. I need them. I need them for my McFarlane collection. And I need a Lex Luthor, ruler of Australia. I need him in the figure line too. And as time's winding down, I'm really going to need a Burt Ward, Robin, the whole Rose Gallery. I mean, the big four from Batman the movie. Gonna have to get them in the, the multiverse scale, not the 6-inch, TV show scale. And those are the main ones. The thumbnail kind of showed the rest of them. I would love an Alexander Knox figure, Commissioner Gordon, but I feel like I'm being greedy. Lobot for sure needs to get made into a figure. It's like Goofy that we don't have him now. I mean, there's so many others. Let me go through here. I know a bunch of you all have said some things, so let me go check through the chat and make sure that I've caught up to the ones that I saved earlier. Cyber the Great says McFarlane figures like being in a toxic relationship. Top there, toxic. You know they may let you down, but sometimes you just can't help yourself. When they're good, they're good. Batman Returns, meow, right? Left him only keeping core Justice League characters, Justice League movie figures, speeders, Green Lanterns, and 89 Batman figures. Sold everything else. I don't forget Retro Robo's taking pre-owned stuff, so maybe that's an option for you too. Puzzle SM, Seal and Short Fuse 2-pack has been the artificial FOMO pack. I believe they never sold out. That 2-pack is everywhere. Yeah, I mean, Target always claims their pre-orders are sold out, which, I mean, I've said this repeatedly. Don't trust that. The stuff will be in stock. They want people to come to the stores. They're plentiful on the store shelves. It's all good. So no worries. All right, now let me go to what I saved first. Then I'll go to everybody else's. Jim Ruby says, MC figures I'd still like, but probably too late. It's only too late to apologize. It's still a thing we can get these figures. Wanda from Age of Ultron, The Warriors 3, maybe for them. Frigga, Heimdall from the Thor movies, and several others, including some civilian characters. Which civilian characters would you like to see? Darcy? Blake, did save for later. Silver Surfer colored Death Star droid. Leighton Bespin gown. Yes. Snaggletooth 2-pack. Tall blue one and short red one. Yeah. Well, they did make it into, on the radar from the Vintage collection, which means we should see them in Black Series in another 3 years. But yeah, I'd like to see those guys too. Lawson, Bob the Goon, and Vicky Vale from Batman 89, Sergeant Apone. Yes. I mean, everybody else that they did not make from the Colonial Marines. Blair and Childs, The Thing. Henry Frankenstein from Frankenstein 32. Reinfeldt from Dracula 31. Good choices. And another one. Save it later. Trash Compactor Monster. How'd you do that? NECA needs to make a figure of the original 50s The Fly. Skew Raider. Cast of the Last Dragon. Especially show enough. The cast of the Last Starfighter. Yeah, let's get that in too. The Watcher. We need a lot of the Fox X-Men in their OG film suits still. Hey Osborn, Goblin, Hardy, Venom, MJ, all from Toby's films too would be great. That Toy Biz Mary Jane figure they did was really, the likeness to Kirsten Dunst, really, really great, especially for that time period. Watcher also says, Olivia Munn, Psylocke. I've been waiting a figure for forever too. That's right, they didn't make her. David Thanos, we need a NECA Tango and Cash. That would be fun. Vin Doom, a movie line of characters I like to see is Highlander. Well, there can only be one. Vin Doom, a James Bond line would work too with his rogues. Hot Toys starting to do them. But I really feel like, man, if a company would just do action figures of Bond, they would be. Because what? Most Bond films would really only need 5 or 6 characters to complete the essential characters in the movie. Bond, of course. Then we have the love interest, the Bond babe, the Bond babe, the femme fatale, the bad guy, the bad guy's henchman. If she is not the femme fatale, I think with that formula, you cover most of them. Most of them, except for Goldeneye. Goldeneye has a great cast. And then you could just do like a generic Q, Money Penny, and M for the most part, or you could just get your Judy Dench, uh, you know, M for a long time. She didn't need a bunch of different outfit changes, and that way it would work. Anyway, but yeah, I'm all aboard that idea to get James Bond figures. A whole line of them would be awesome. All right, now back to the regular chat that I did not save. Henry G, I wouldn't mind a multiverse Gene Hackman. Lex, Richard Pryor. Yes. Cyber the Great. Just call him Jack Napier for legal reasons, of course. 66 Robin. Absolutely, Henry G. Lost and Batman Returns. Still don't get the stun gun kiss scene weirdness at the end. Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense. But I mean, they had to get rid of him because I mean he knew Batman was Bruce Wayne. Austin. Also, Jeffrey, have you seen the ones post Superman figured? I have not. 500? No, absolutely. I wouldn't even have that figure on my radar if it's going for $500. Roger Robo, I do appreciate when Todd learns from previous missteps. He may have missed out on including numbers for the Superman robots, but he did include numbers for the Rocket Red Brigade figures. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I saw that main image and I was like, oh, they've actually got that squared away now. And for sure, they needed to do that with the Superman robots. It was right there, but getting it for the Rocket Red, that was really solid. And yeah, like, thank you for getting that right. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if they're all sold out, including on Entertainment Earth, so I could just go through the pictures. There we go. But I was right there with you. That was really great to see because it's like, thank you. So this default one is 3, and then you've got 7, you got 7, 11. Back down, little Joe. It'd be nice to see if they could incorporate some more. Like that would be a really cool just deal where this is a website deal where they could just keep making more plates for Rocket Red Brigade, for the Superman robots. I wonder if you could put these on the Superman robots now that I'm looking at that. But yeah, it was really cool. I'm with you. Blake, Henry G, yes. Batman 66 needs his sidekick and ride or die for his Batmobile. For sure. Brian P. We do have a vintage collection Lobot, but I don't collect the vintage collection anymore. I need a Black Series version. Henry G. Blade 1 Snipes, Blade and Whistler. Now, during the live stream where they showed off the Deadpool and Wolverine Blade, they very mightily teased that we're going to see a Blade 1 version of Blade. So, fingers crossed on that one. Frost from Blade. Yeah, we got to get him too. Lawson. I wish NECA made Officer Annie Lewis. Yeah. That was a weird one not to include. I mean, it's like not like I feel like there was a pretty decent amount of reuse they could have gotten off that police armor. But yeah, I mean, it's not like you've got to accommodate for her chest with that body armor. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, the rest of the bad guys. Fox, X-Men. Excuse me. Jamlin, NECA. Where is my Dark Man? Also, listen, I pay top dollar. All right. For an Afro Samurai. I have faith because Samurai Jack has been made by Mezco. Maybe that would happen then. Brian P. for real. As long as it's James Bond and not James Bond Jr. Oh man, I watched that show and I kept getting frustrated. It's like, oh, this is lame. Jamelin, the A-Team, Knight Rider, greatest American hero. Believe it or not. I'm walking on air. Awesome. I really don't like figure lines that don't go deep. RoboCop is always like RoboCop, beat up RoboCop, 209, and maybe Kane. That's as deep as the line goes. And the rest of that ensemble is so good. It's like, why do we not have the rest of them? Vin Doom, 1970s live action Shazam TV show figures. Cool. Retro Robo. I might pay for a Starship Troopers line with articulated bugs for them to fight. And by fight, I mean be decimated. Medic! Brian P. Real. NECA, you made a Jessica Fletcher. Where are my Perry Mason and Columbo? Where's my Jessica Rabbit? She's not bad. She's just drawn that way. No, that was Holly from Hollywood. Meant Frost from Blade. I think that's what I translated. Bob Gunn. Boom! Need a moment alone, boys. All right, move it. The cash flow. Lawson. I was thinking that Rocket Red might make a nice looking Crimson Dynamo custom figure. I feel like you probably have to do a lot of work to make that work, but we'll see. Now, guys, Bullseye from Daredevil Born Again. Yeah, I'm assuming he's going to be incorporated in Wave 2 because why would they not have him? Then Doom, the line that would be my holy grail, Sanford and Son figures. Give me a John Wick toy line. Oh, man. I mean, yeah. This is so true. We do have I feel like we're starting to get some more of those from Mafex. We have the Sophia figure. Is she up for solicitation? Yes. The Parabellum. And I mean, here's your shot, gang, to get a Halle Berry action figure with a good likeness. And that was pretty good. And she's got her dogs too. Where my dogs at? Like this is solid work. And they're really kind of building up the John Wick universe. Great likeness. I'm kind of like, well, do we really not have a John Wick license? I mean, with 2 dogs, 150 includes the terror surcharge. There you go. And then let's see here. I just go with the Mafex. There we go. So we have Kane, 125, not cheap. Got John Wick from Chapter 4 and Chapter 3. Huh. I feel like I might have made a mistake in not getting those figures when they were cheaper. Rick Cage, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Where are the figures? Well, I have the Invisible Man right here. Oh. I love a Grady Wilson figure. Vintoon. Jalen, has anyone ever done Keith David as Keith David, right? As Frank Armitage or Meg Foster as Holly from They Live? I don't think so. Cyber great. Gotta have the pickup and junkyard background. There you go. Full playset. Retro Robo. If I can include TV shows, I really want some $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman, and Buck Rogers figures. Yeah. I'd be all in on Buck Rogers figures. You big dummy. Henry G. Yes. Jamlin, Greatest American Hero. One of my favorite shows. Was one of the first shows I binged when Netflix streaming first started. I wonder if that's still there. Or is it on Tubi? Affleck's Daredevil movie figures. I feel like that one might never get done. Lawson. I love X-Files figures that came with other figures beyond just Mulder and Scully. Skinner. Oh boy. Craig? I didn't watch the X-Files, forgive me. Lone Gunman, Frank Black, Smoking Man, Dylan, Billy, Mac, Hawkins, Poncho, and Blaine. Maybe Anna. There's Jamelin. I'm trying to figure out where it was. All right, Lawson. I'd also love new Firefly TV figures that have good likenesses and aren't super cheap in quality. I thought the likenesses were pretty good on those characters. Brian P. Those X-File figures have already been made, but the government doesn't want you to know about it. The truth is out there. Well done. Retro Robo. Futurama figures, please. Well, just take my money, why don't you? Also, there's some missed opportunity by Malfex for not making those 2 German shepherds articulated. They're not? Oh, that's not good. I thought they were articulated. I guess you could just use order, and you'll pretty much have the same thing. They're not articulated though. It's kind of lame. Oh, I see. It looks like there's some really basic articulation. Not all that you'd want. And are they both smiling? Guns, though. Nice. Okay. Let's see here. Back to the chat. Thank you. I was like, which one? You did say Dutch, didn't you? No, you said Dylan. Yeah, those would be great. Yeah, those are ones because I was just watching wrestling from '87, like I mentioned before, where Jesse the Body's talking about his new movie Predator, and he would be really fun to get in that as well. That whole crew looks cool. They would make great figures. Rick Cage, Black Barton, the whole game from Blazing Saddles. Hey, where the wrong last year? Omega on Esther build a figure anyway. David Thanos. It'll never happen. In living color. Well, when we don't play that, then I don't want them. Venom. I wonder if the new Green Lantern show will have figures made. That's a great question because I'm really wondering how fast Mattel will be to adapt these movie and TV show characters into figures, or will they go, there's not a demand, a target for them. Henry G says more Marvel figures in that 77 Spider-Man universe. Which ones would you want to see? David Thanos, Men on Wanda, Fire Marshal Bill, Homie the Clown, Russia Robo. I want a Boomerang Halle Berry figure. Also, Swordfish. Who wouldn't want a Combat Belt Bubba figure? David Thanos, how about Swordfish? With book or no book? Oh, inner James Bond character? Jinx? Yeah. No, which version? Oh man, a Cleavon Little from Blazing Saddles would be amazing. He would need a voice chip though. Absolutely. Lar A, what's up? In living color characters, Homie the Clown, Fire Marshal Bill, Martin Dragonfly Jones, and Fly Girl J-Lo. Lightning Strike Rolo. Let me see. The swimsuit, of course. Yeah, I was like, oh, excuse me. This James Bond movie is totally different than the others. Let me just check really fast on Entertainment Earth because there's a bunch of stuff that's been revealed, and I want to see what we have coming up on the pre-order with the drop zone. They're in the drop zone. Let's see what we're looking at here in terms of what might be coming out to us. Stealth suit Lamont. All right, so tomorrow McFarlane stuff. They didn't mention anything, so maybe it's not DC. Mattel has some stuff dropping tomorrow. K-pop, Mezco drop on the 29th. Looks like we're all done with Hasbro until the 7th, and then the 8th, and then the 15th. All right, man, they're coming strong right away in January. So hopefully you saved all your pennies from the holidays because looks like we're getting a bunch of stuff from Hasbro dropping. Let me check one more time in that chat. Henry G. I believe they were actually from the Ferrigno Hulk. And now they had a TV movie with Thor and Daredevil, Trial of the Hulk. Yeah, I hated that outfit for Daredevil. So disappointed. Like, it's supposed to be red. David Thanos, I think the new Mattel Creations Ultimate Ventura could be custom to Blaine. The head sculpt is from that era. You're right. Good work. Battle Damage. Julio. Retro Robo. Oh, thanks to the chat for recommending K-pop Demon Hunters. Me and the little lady loved it. Yeah, I mean, it's such a fun movie. Omega 579. Is it okay to want a handyman figure? No. Perfectly fine. Halle Berry Swordfish with a golf club. All right. Maybe I need to start making up some James Bond wish list. And I'll go through like 5 or whatever. Just pick my 5 favorite movies and make the figure line from Bond. All right. It's 9:55. It's time to eat. I get some food and all that good stuff. Meteor Man. And hopefully watch the Rams and their very smart wide receiver go down today. The cast from the 5 Deadly Venoms. Shoot. I want to see Kill Bill figures. Volume 1. I don't know. Volume 2 is whatever. Part 1, absolutely great. All right, so that's it for this episode. If you missed it, I did a full reveal reaction to the McFarlane show today where I broke down in greater detail that Joker, Blackhawk, Legion of Superheroes, Cosmic Boy, all that good stuff. So check it out. I'll be back on over the weekend doing another video. Stay tuned for that. We'll talk with Chase, talk with Chief. Rest of fellas, see about doing a show on Monday for Movie Files. But for sure, stay tuned. Come through next Tuesday. We're going to do a giveaway for the Hasbro 97 or Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Sentinel. So maybe we'll have an extra special Christmas stay tuned. Until then, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. What the last Thursday of the year. I appreciate you. Don't let the bug bugs bite. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Thank you as always. I'll see you on Monday or Tuesday. For now, this episode of Lyles Figure Files has been filed.